They took a lot off of me with those damn probes. Well, after a long negotiation with my cardiology surgeon, he wanted me to shave my beard completely off. And I was like, there's no fucking way that's going to happen. So we agreed that I could trim it down very, very close. So this is the before of my wonderful beard, which I've had since I got out of the Navy in 93, I think. Yeah. So this is the before, and we'll take a quick look at the after in just a moment. I couldn't do it all at once. It would have been too much of a shock for me. I can't remember the last time I've cut off this much of my beard at one moment. That's a lot to me. So we'll take a moment and we'll come back and we'll finish this now scruffy looking piece of thing off and keep going. You know, the funny thing is I bought this thing kind of on a whim. I thought I would not grow my beard out as much as I have. And I thought, well, you know, I'll just keep it trimmed, and this will be a professional set of trimmers. This one and a smaller one for light work, and then all of those guards here so that I could just not screw it up too much. And this is the second time I've ever had it out of the case, second time I've ever used it, so. Jeez, I look like an old man and I haven't even trimmed it up yet, made it, you know, clean edges or anything. And yeah, you can tell I'm getting old. Well, I am almost 60. So, yeah, I don't like this. I'm going to start growing it out again right now. I don't care what the doctor says. So, about to do the shave and everything. Let me turn this light off, or this, yeah, fan off, so I can tell you this story. First time I ever really shaved, I was 33, I think, in 1990. I had just joined the military, first day of boot camp. I had never shaved it before. I'd wanted a beard my entire life. And I got in there and they gave me these big disposable razors. And it was so cheap. It was amazing. I'm surprised it was even sharp. I'd used a razor before to, you know, safety razor to trim my beard up, you know, the edges and everything, get my lines right. At that time, I really cared how I looked anymore, not so much, as long as I've got a full, thick beard. But when I was done shaving, because nobody would tell me how to shave. They just said, well, you put soap on your face and then you scrape it off with the razor. I had so many cuts on my face. It was unbelievable. I bet there were 20. And I had little bits of toilet paper trying to stop all of the bleeding. And I know I went to sleep that night. I actually cried because I just couldn't really stand losing my beard. I didn't realize how much it would affect me. And the next day, my pillowcase was just covered in blood. Most of the toilet tissue was gone. And the drill sergeant that came in that was in charge of us overnight, he came up to me. He's like, you know, "Goddamn, son, what happened to your face?" have you ever shaved before? I was like, no, sir, I haven't. And he goes, well, that's obvious. And then, he just kind of blew it off and kept going down the line, yelling at everybody else. But very traumatic first day in boot camp. I just splashed water on my face to get the soap out of my beard, and I felt skin under the palms of my hands on my face. It was weird. How do you people who don't have beards handle that? That's just wrong. As you can see here, and I think there's still some on my shoulder, what were they?
Electrodes.
The electrodes that they put all over my chest ripped big chunks of hair off. So,
believe it or not, they actually shaved a patch in
there. They shaved a patch right here, and
it's filled in.
This has been, what, a week?
10 days.
10 days. So, we're going to trim me down.
Not too far, baby.
I'm not. I'm gonna be decent, but we're gonna trim me down, and then shave me. So, yeah, that love trail.
Boy, you're so silly. You're so silly.
For the ladies watching, try not to swoon. That's the first shearing of the sheep. Going in for the actual shave now, huh?
Yeah.
What are we using here? This
Dino Bliss Ladies Shaver. It's I can't get the guard off.
I don't know. Look at this. Compared to earlier, look, this, oh my.
Yeah, there we go. I had pushed
and
it.
I thought I looked ugly with the beard trimmed.
We may have to get a razor out, because
you think they're going to need it? We're going to need a razor?
Yeah, we're going to have to get a razor out. This is not going to do it. Your hair is a little bit more intense than the lady shaver is used to dealing with. I got some shave cream downstairs.
I got shaving stuff. One breast at a time, and then everything else. Ooh.
Is it hurting?
No.
I can hear the...
You're going to have to clean it now.
You'll still be at a good height for me.
So it's been an hour and a half, and we just finished with the right breast.
Only been 20 minutes.
So after... what?
2 razors, 2 clippers, and a whole bunch of soap.
We finally got down to skin, and I think it's been 3 days of doing this. So
what time is it? It's 6:15, so 6:10. I think we started at about 5:30, so you still have quite a bit of hair on you.
It'll wash off in the shower.
I hope it washes off and it's not actually hair growing out of your body.
I'm not going to rule it out.
I still feel quite a bit of stubble.
So.
See you on the next go round.
I hope there's never another go around like this. I don't see how you smooth skin people stand this. I had enough trouble touching my face with the short beard. Now this chest thing, oh God, that feels so weird. It's squishy. I don't like it. Showered, got all of the old hair off. I've got the water running over here because I don't want it to get too hot sitting in the pipes when I have to rinse all this stuff off. I've got the sterilizing soap on, and I got to stand here for 2 minutes while that does whatever it does. I've had to take several showers this way, and Oh man, oh man, oh man, I gotta tell you, uh, this feels so weird. There's like some stubble and it's so smooth and it don't feel right. Um, it, not not being used to this kind of smooth. Um, I wasn't sure when the soap was off of me. I kept trying to scrub and scrub and scrub, and finally it's like, look, and just maybe it's smooth skin because I'm hairy all over. I would show you, but well, almost all over. I would show you, but no, I'm not going to do that. Well, in a strange turn of events, um, Friday I was on the schedule for surgery, and we get there this morning at 7 like they told us, and I'm not on the schedule anymore. They moved me to Thursday. So everybody who had wished me luck and sent me good vibes and all of that, uh, thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Please keep it up. Uh, I'm not going to make a big fuss about anything on Thursday. I'm just going to go do it. But thank you all. I love you. And I'll see you on the other side. February 15th, the day before triple bypass surgery on the 16th. Got a text this morning from the hospital. All systems are go. I am set for surgery in the morning. Got to be there at 5:30. Check in. Surgery's 2 hours later. Fantastic. I'm ready for it. Support system is in place. Family members have been notified. Everything is a go. Spend a nice, slow, relaxing day watching YouTube videos and reading. And then we go to the dog park. At the dog park at 3:45 p.m., get a phone call from the doctor's office. And the doctor's office says, we had to reschedule you. There's a patient who is in much greater need than I am, who basically needs emergency surgery. And that's what he's going to get in the morning, so I have been bumped. I'm two minds on this one. Yeah, he's a patient in need. He has emergency surgery coming up. I'm all for him, let's save his life. And then on the other hand, it's the other frame of mind is, God damn it. So now surgery is set for the 27th. I will be the second one in the OR if everything goes okay and they don't reschedule me again. Family's been notified. Everybody has standing down. It's a week and a half away. I've got to get my mind wrapped around this. And we'll see where we go from there. Really not happy about it, but we'll keep the chest shaved and the beard is growing out now. I don't give a shit what they say. God, this is disappointing. But I hope whoever it is that took my spot lives a long, healthy life. But goddamn, this is disappointing.
All right, your close-up is now.
My close up as a video?
Yes, you're on video. You can talk.
Okay.
He has had the happy juice. The happy juice is working.
The happy juice is working. And they shaved me down like, I don't know what, but smooth legs, smooth belly, smooth butt, smooth chest. Drugs are kicking in. I'm feeling good. They've been working me over like a NASCAR team.
So, okay. Say see you later on the other side.
See you on the other side.
Okay, unfortunately, you got to open your eyes again because I wasn't recording. You open your eyes again for me? One more time. Come on, baby. Thomas? I know you're tired. Come on. Thomas, can you open your eyes for me one more time? Hello? Hey, baby, raise your head up. Thomas? Okay, I missed it. He was doing really well.
Hey everybody, I feel like shit. I do not recommend this for anybody. Although I'm glad I got it done. Every now and then there is a twinge of pain. I sat up in a chair for a couple of hours today. And
Took some baby steps.
took some baby steps. Sitting in the chair hurt. It didn't at first, but as time went on, it did.
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah, I'll take it easy.
It's just kind of cramped.
Oxygen tank and the base. I'll go behind you. Make sure that's the kinks.
If you know how much he walked at Amazon, I mean, and before that Home Depot, he's used to walking like 7 to 10 miles a day.
Going fast.
Yeah.
Going, yeah. Cause he took off. I was he go.
I'll have to edit this. Walking backwards that fast was kind of scary. Because he's moving. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not playing with it.
he's doing a regular pace.
I'm gonna get a ticket.
Spin around. Perfect. Excellent.
Yep, and you can use the handrail if you want to, as long as you're not pushing through it. We might just do 2 little flights. That's kind of the analogous to deal with home.
Well, for at home, we're constant. Well, of course, that's how it works.
Popular.
And yet I describe my job as I push a curtain and yell at people. Which out behind you.
Motivate people. Yeah, but I think you're doing well enough. Anytime you want to get up and walk in the hallways,
Okay.
go through the stairs by yourself. But anytime you want to get up and walk in the hallways, go for it.
Hey, what's up, brother? I just got done with therapy. There's lidocaine patches, the zipper, and there's down here a drain thing that they left in for today. They're gonna take it out probably tomorrow, and I get a shower. I cannot wait. It's been over a week, and God, I smell bad. Okay, it's been a month. It's been a long time, and I haven't brushed my teeth. My feet are fuzzy. My teeth are fuzzy. I just took pain meds, but yeah, it is getting better. It really is. Thanks for checking on me. I don't think I recorded. Discharge day. I've been in here for a week. Still sore. It's going to be sore for probably 3 months, they said, but they're done with me as far as they can do anything with me. I'll be checking in 2 weeks with them for follow-up stuff, and basically doing very little of anything at all except reading, which I love to do anyway. So I am done with Baptist Health Hospital. They were wonderful here. I cannot praise this team enough for everything that they did. Thank you, guys. I'm going home.
Well, Mr. Crowfold, how does it feel to be outside?
Walking
Yeah.
feels good. Feels nice.
Oh, shit.
Careful.
Didn't see the hole.
I ain't gonna be able to help you up. Yeah, we're taking the first jaunt around the block. We're on a very busy street, so. All right, let's talk about after surgery recovery for just one moment. Part of that recovery is cardiovascular health, get your heart healthy. The other is respiratory, because think about what they've had to do. They've had to cut you open, and then because there's such a finite space in there, collapse part of your lungs so that they got room to work. Part of your recovery is getting your lungs back into shape. And anybody who's had any kind of surgery, they'll be familiar with that weird looking bong thing where you got to make the marble float in the tube by sucking air in. That's part of the therapy. It's a very effective therapy. Everybody hates it because it's very uncomfortable at times and it's impossible to keep that damn marble floating. The second one is a form of almost asthma treatment. They give you this tube thing with a little cup on the bottom of it that's smoking. I'm not sure what's in there, but it's like the same stuff that's in an inhaler, and you have to breathe that for like 15 minutes, and that's going to go in there and open up all those bronchia. The third method, and the one that they like the most because it conquers two things with once, is walking. Just low impact exercise. You walk and it opens up your lungs, especially if you just breathe through your nose, which is not very easy for a lot of people, especially this time of spring with allergies coming into bloom. I know I'm having problems myself, but you have to walk. Now at work, I walked on average 10 miles a day. When I first got out of the hospital, and it was only, 3 weeks between heart attack and surgery, a month before I got out, I could barely walk a half mile. So now the goal is to get me up to walking 2 miles a day by this Friday. Right now it's Monday. I did a mile and a half. But to do that much time, 2 miles a day, for at least a week, and then jump it up to maybe 4 or something, means that it'll be less shocking to my system when I get back to work. So if you're going through this process and they say you should walk and try to breathe through your nose, because it's the most effective way in the world to, 1, get your stamina up or back, 2, to get your lungs filled to capacity, and 3, it's a great exercise for the heart that's really not that hard to do. So get out there and walk if you're going through this. If not, walk anyway. What the hell? Take a look at your neighborhood. Who knows what you might find. I found a marble. Good morning, everybody. Quick update on how things are going. I woke up this morning in a lot of pain. A whole lot of pain. I mean, it was like I went through a beatdown or something. Took the morning meds. Just finished a 2-mile walk, feeling much better. Gonna grab breakfast and relax for the rest of the day. But thank everybody for checking in on me. I'm amazed at how many people have been checking in on me. Thank you. I've been getting a lot of questions from people about what I went through and how things are going, how I'm doing now. I'm going to show you 3 pictures, 4. The first one here, before and after, is the before took place right before I was supposed to have surgery the first time. The second one here, you can see it's right after I got out of the hospital and got home. I was still bloated with air. They pumped a lot of air into my stomach and into my lungs, trying to do whatever they do for the operation. So that's why I look that large and pathetic and everything. But I marked where all the probes were, and when they peeled those probes off, it took a layer of skin with them. They'd been on there for so long. Of course, the drain tubes and the IVs that were in the neck and in my arm. I was a mess after that one. This next one here is the x-rays with, if you look along the sternum, some very white spots. Of course, it's a big blur there, but near the bottom, but you can see like some swirls or some circles. I highlighted those areas here in red. Damn it, I should have put those in purple, because the those are, well, first, the circles are like bindings that they put on there, zip ties that will dissolve in time. But it helped keep the plates that they put in. They put 3 plates along my sternum. Help keep them, everything tight while those things set. And the cloverleaf designs that I've got on there, I could only find 2 of them, but there are 3 in me, indicate where and the shape of the plates that they put. Like I said, it should have been, I should have marked it in purple because these things are size color coordinated, and the size that they used for me happened to be purple. There's like yellow and red and blue. This last one, which I'm sorry, kind of afraid to show you, is the stitching that where the staples had come out, all of that dimpling and everything along the seam. But my ribs still hurt along the sides. The sternum doesn't hurt, but the ribs about midway across my chest hurt from where the rib spreaders were. And other than that, I can move around a whole lot, but I've still got like another month before the doctors let me go. So there's where I am now. Everything else, it's just building up strength. Today is April 26th. Just got back from the cardiologist. Got a go-ahead for going back to work. It's going to be 12 weeks and 1 day from the day of the heart attack. I had it on February 2nd. I get to go back on May 3rd. So it has been a hell of a journey, as you've just seen. I've read 25 books in 12 weeks, which is a record for me. I'm bored out of my mind, but I get to go back with no restrictions, nothing like that. Just if I feel overwhelmed, let somebody know and stop for a moment. That's all that he's basically told me to do. Like I said many times already, I do not recommend having a heart attack to anybody. So what's next? What's next is that I have to lose a little bit more weight. Since I've been off, I've gained some weight. Working at the warehouse, I have no doubt that I'll be walking my butt off and losing weight again. I have to get my cholesterol levels down, and he wants to see my blood sugar levels stay the same. So we're looking at a diet that will take care of that, all of that. I have a cardio rehab class that I've got to look into. I have no idea what that entails, but hell, I can walk 5 miles already in 45 minutes, so I'm not sure that I'm really going to need it. Plus, working at the warehouse, you do 20 miles a day, just about. So we'll see how that goes. Plus, it may not work into my schedule with what I've got up there at the warehouse. I've got a echo test, which is basically a sonogram that is coming up in just a few weeks, just to have a new baseline of what my heart, under the new conditions of being in the Zipper Club, has to offer me, something that they can compare to, before and after, or not before and after surgery, but before anything new happens to me. So what I looked like right after the surgery compared to after a year or whatever, it's standard practice, and it's going to play into how well I'm getting the cholesterol under control and everything else. And so that is where we stand with my journey on the heart attack and the bypass surgery and everything else that you have just seen. that is my life up to this point. I hope you have enjoyed it. I didn't always enjoy it, but it is what it is. Well, it is May 3rd, which makes it 12 weeks and 1 day since I had the heart attack on February 2nd. First day back at work. We're going to see how it goes. I'll talk to you when the day is over with, 10 hours from now. So, first day at work, how did it go? I didn't make it the whole day. I had to leave early. I was just exhausted. My feet were killing me. It was getting hard for me to walk. Of course, with the peripheral neuropathy and the tumors that I have in my feet, I expected that. But a lot of confusion on my part. A lot of team members on my team have changed. I had forgotten so much about how to actually do the job that the manager had to stick with me for like 2 hours and give me a refresher course on how to do some things. And then there was problems with IT. I'd been gone so long that my logins and everything were pretty much wiped out. It was wonderful seeing how many people actually were happy to see me. It was really touching how many folks came up and just hugged me and said, thanks. Thank God you're back. Thank God you're okay. That was the best part of the day right there. The warehouse hasn't changed much. It's always in chaos, and today was no different. So we're going to try it again tomorrow. Thank God I've got the time if I need it, where I can just take off and go home if I need a break, or they're understanding enough to say, well, take 5 minutes and rest. But I guess this now concludes the journey and the saga of my bypass surgery and heart attack, unless something else happens. So thank you for joining me on this journey. It's not one I enjoyed, as you have seen, but it ended well. It ended well, going back to work and having everybody say, hey, I'm glad you're okay. So thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. Well, it's not the end of the saga. August 2nd was my last day of work at Amazon warehouse. I was not fired. It was a choice on my part. The job itself was physically demanding. I worked in an area that, you order something, package comes through, it gets put in a box, and then it's transferred over to the truck. My department was PAC. I was a PA there. I was in charge of an area called BOD, Box on Demand, and non-con, or non-conveyable, items that were too large or too heavy to go on the conveyor belt. And that's kind of a key part there. They were too heavy to go on the conveyor belt, which is set at 55 pounds. In a workforce where there's plenty of people out there willing to work, most companies are working at the bare minimum, and Amazon was no exception. They had that area pretty much packed. They were expanding it, but those items were heavy, and I'm 60. I was working in probably the area, well, I was working in the area that handled the heaviest items that you could order that were in that particular warehouse. And those items, you know, they come through there, and short-staffed, I oftentimes, instead of being a PA and supervising people on how to handle these things, had to actually handle these things. And it started probably the first week. I dealt with it for as long as I could, and things started happening. One of the things that they told me in recovery was that my chest area would be sore. You would feel things, and I've talked to people who have had the surgery, and they said, yeah, you're going to feel muscle spasms and things like that. And yeah, you do. Like right up here, for example, is a favorite spot where a muscle just like starts twitching, or it will down here near where the seam is start twitching, and then just work its way across wherever that muscle goes. One of the other effects that happens from this is right through here, at least for me, it's been happening. It feels like I'm being bear hugged on these lower ribs, like somebody just squeezing me very, very tightly. And there's a shortness of breath with it. I found that BioFreeze or muscle rubs help with the muscle spasms, relaxing, and that bear hug feeling, along with weed. But that's a two-edged sword with weed and work, because if you've got the wrong combination of, say, indica, you know, you're going to go to sleep. CBD and weed in small amounts, like a 20-to-1, helped a whole lot in relaxing me, but 10 hours of dealing with that stuff, it's a lot. I need to explain something else that was happening, because this is what got me out of work, made me retire from the warehouse, which I enjoyed working at. The delays in the surgery, the 2 delays that occurred, had a mental effect on me. You saw it. You know, it kind of broke me down a little bit, and I think that was the first major crack in my psyche, my mental state. The second one came when I was talking to one of the nurses there, a male nurse, and he had said, you know, basically on the table, you died, so how did that feel? And I don't know what he was looking for, because all I remember really was that I had got wheeled in there. They started to shave me. I woke up in the ICU unit. The whole thing, I didn't remember any of it. I didn't dream. I didn't notice anything. It was just another day in the life. I took a nap, basically. In our conversation, I had said, well, you know, I've come close to death several times. He's like, oh, really? And I guess he was trying to look for some hereafter thing. Who knows? And we got to tallying up the number of times that I have either almost been killed, or somebody tried to kill me, or, you know, a near-death experience. And the total shocked me. From early childhood, you know, when hurricanes, tornadoes, life in the Navy, you know, just a whole bunch of different things. 21 times. And I started dwelling on that thought for quite a while after he left, and still do. I almost died, or somebody tried to kill me, a total of about 21 times. It was 21 times. That's a bit extreme for anybody in any lifetime, and I believe that's the thing that kind of broke my psyche, because I was able to always put up a mental barricade. Oh, well, that happened. That's just the way things are, and keep rolling with it and never think anything else about it. And other people are like, "Are you crazy? Did you realize what just happened?" It's like, it was a day in the life. But now at 60, and thinking of 21 times of almost dying, it broke something up here, and probably here. And I'm told by a good friend that you know, when somebody touches your heart, and who knows how many people touched my heart during the surgery, it affects you. Something from them bleeds into you, or saying, I'm not really sure exactly what was going on there, but that was the thought process in her explanation, is that it changes you. And yeah, something changed me. For example, it got to the point to where going to work was difficult. Several times I would just be heading that way with a feeling of dread. My body would start shaking. I would start sweating. I would sit in the car and cry. Sometimes it would take me 20 minutes to get myself together. One day I also bought a bottle of orange juice from the cantina there in the warehouse, and broke into tears because it tasted so good to me. I had to go into the bathroom and cry for like 15-20 minutes. Once I had to leave the warehouse floor, I found a dark, quiet spot, which isn't easy because there's motion detectors and the lights follow you. But I found a spot, and I huddled basically in a corner, just shaking for no reason that I could determine. I was just shaking and sweating. In order to go to sleep on a work night, I had to become incredibly stoned. I mean, we're talking a lot of weed, just so I could go to sleep, and then get up in the morning, and that dread was there as I prepared for my day, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. My last week at work, I had a doctor's appointment coming up, and we looked into the Amazon policy. Your insurance goes for 30 days, or to the end of the month. Like if you quit on the 29th, the 30th, end of the month, you're out of insurance. I had a doctor's appointment on the 2nd, so I had to work a week longer than I wanted to get to that insurance coverage. And I actually had suicidal thoughts at points. I see a excuse me. You see a 18-wheeler coming your way, and you're thinking, just drift a little bit. Bam! It's over with. Sorry. no longer a day in the life. It's something else. My wife says PTSD. Probably accumulated from all 21 times. And just triggered by this. I'm sorry. So that's what I'm going through now. Try not to think about this. Those of you with PTSD probably understand what I'm talking about. You shove it into the back of your mind and you lock it away. You hope it never comes back out. I'm talking about it now, it came back out. I apologize. So that's what I'm going through. I hope if you have a similar journey as I had from heart attack to surgery, that you're not having this. Because this really sucks. Right now I'm unemployed. We're looking for a smaller home. Looking for a new job. Because we still got bills and we need insurance and all of that fun stuff. And I'm not complaining about that. We'll figure that out. But the journey continues in the saga of the heart attack and the heart surgery. So we'll see how it goes in another 6 months, a year afterward.